Yep, the title of the thumbnail says it all. We're making homemade biscuits, but we're gonna dump a little cheddar in there, dump a little bacon in there, and we're gonna make it bacon cheddar buttermilk biscuits. Y'all ready? Get in your kitchen, let's go. All right guys, let's do a quick rundown of what we have for today's recipe. Back here we have our flour. Now this is self-rising flour. And right here we have our butter. I just used to shred it and I shredded it. Make sure it's cold. I had it in the freezer. Have our buttermilk, our bacon, salt, baking soda, baking powder, 1 egg, sugar. We have a beaten egg here and some melted butter here. So this is all you're gonna need. Let's get to it. All right, to get started, we're gonna take our bowl with our flour and we're gonna add our baking soda, our baking powder, our salt, and our sugar. And we're gonna get this mixed in like this. All right, now with our buttermilk, you wanna make sure you keep your buttermilk cold. Also your egg, you wanna make sure it's cold. Now we're gonna mix our buttermilk with our egg. Just like that. All right, we're gonna sit this aside, keep it cool while we move to the next step. All right, so now we're gonna take our butter and we're gonna add that to our flour. And we're gonna get this mixed in. And guys, I noticed something. I didn't put the cheese in the shot, but we are gonna use cheese, of course, because these are bacon cheddar biscuits. So now we're gonna go in with our cheese. And we're gonna get that mixed in here. We're gonna come behind that with our bacon. Get that mixed in. All right, once you have that mixed in, you wanna come behind that with your buttermilk and egg mixture. You wanna pour that in here. And you wanna work this until that dough starts to come together. And if you gotta add more buttermilk, go ahead and do so. I'm gonna add just a little bit more to get this baby mixed on in. Guys, as you can see, that dough is starting to come together just like this. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove it from our bowl onto a floured surface so we can start kneading it and cutting out our biscuits. All right, to get started, we're going to add a little flour to our countertop or whatever you're going to be kneading the biscuits in or the dough in. You want to just make sure you spread it across the countertop or just in the area you're going to be working. And you also want to make sure that you put some flour on your hands. That way the dough don't stick to your hands. Now we're going to remove our dough from our bowl, add it here to that countertop surface, and we're just going to start pressing down on it. Just like a 1/2 inch thick or 1.5 inches thick. We're going to just start kneading that baby. Fold it a couple of times like that. All right guys, so it looks like we've kneaded it pretty good. So I'm just gonna spread this, flatten it out to around 1 inch of thickness or however size you want. It's totally up to you. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our biscuit cutter and like somebody told me, which I already knew this, you cut it closer to the end. And somebody else said, don't twist it, and I'm not gonna twist it, and we're just gonna pull it out. And guys, look what we have. All right, I'm gonna put this on a prepared baking sheet lined with parchment paper, and we're gonna go all around doing the same thing. They say don't twist, I'm not gonna twist. Guys, look at the beauty in that. All right, guys, so it looks like I've got all the cuts I have out of this piece of dough. Now I'm gonna repeat the process, more flour, more kneading until we get all our dough into biscuit shapes. All right, guys, so we've cut all our biscuits out. Take a look at that, beautiful. Now, these two right here a little bit smaller, you probably couldn't tell, but I noticed I was using the wrong cutter after I did it, but that's okay, perfectly fine. Now we're just gonna use some of our eggs and we're just gonna brush the top. This just helps it get that crispy golden color. And right now you wanna make sure your oven is preheated to 450 degrees. And I'm also gonna take a little melted butter and I'm gonna top that with a little melted butter over that beaten egg. So let's go ahead and get this in the oven for 16 to 20 minutes. Now guys, if it starts to brown on top before your biscuits are done cooking, just lay a little aluminum foil over the top and cover it up for the remainder of the time. And guys, take a look at what we have right here. This baby is hot, I know, but take a look at that. Ooh, man, that baby hot, I can't hold it. Look how beautiful that is. All right, so we're gonna take the remaining butter that we had, melted butter, and we're just gonna brush the top. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get these babies plated up so we can jump into quality control. And there you have it, guys. Bacon, cheddar, buttermilk biscuits. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Let's go ahead and jump into quality control so we can do a taste test. All right, we back in here, quality control. Man, let's bring these buttermilk, bacon, cheddar biscuits here to the front of the congregation, dog. Man, look at that. I'm gonna take this right here off the top and we just gonna break into it because you guys need to see what's inside this baby. Oh, man. Bacon in there. Oh man, let's go ahead and do a taste test. We're gonna do it one from the left. One from the right. You already know what I'm gonna say. It's bacony, cheesy, delicious. Man, guys, listen, this is simple. You know, a lot of people, they get scared when it's time to make homemade biscuits, but it's real easy. Just follow what I do. Man, you'll learn how to make homemade biscuits in no time. But remember, you can add cheese and bacon, and guess what else I wanted to add? Y'all know I wanted to add them jalapenos, but I went to the grocery store, they had no jalapenos, so couldn't add them this time. But definitely add them jalapenos in it. So, to the end, y'all already know who I am. All wings, everything. And remember, him not a chef. Him just cook a lot. And now I'm out. Peace. That baby biscuity.